Hello. Hi
Hey guys!
guys.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas
Oh, whoops.
or
Actually, I'm on
Christmas
the wrong
Eve.
one. There we go. Tons of issues on my
It's our
end.
oh, that's perfect.
There
There we
we
go.
go. All the right settings.
I love it.
Okay, so before we start the show, let's do a quick sound test. Can everyone hear me? Summer, background, holly holly
Hello.
music?
Hello.
We're going to get
I
this
sure hope
right
they
this
can.
time.
I really hope they can.
Oh, well, we have our tech husband, Zi-Fi, right next to me, and he's going to give the thumbs up or thumbs down.
I can barely hear you.
You can barely hear me? Can you hear Summer?
Oh no. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear Summer.
It's my mic?
Yeah, your mic's really low.
Test, test.
What the heck? I can hear
Uh-oh.
you like beautifully and it's terrible. Dang it.
Test, test.
All right.
Okay, I'll just put it closer to
Oh,
me. This is like that
that worked.
ASMR or
Still
whatever
better.
you call it. Listen to me drink my drink.
Oh my God.
You sound a lot sexier.
Oh my God.
Sparkling water.
I, I can't. I
Brand me
cannot.
up, Hy-Vee.
Oh, this is beautiful. All
Okay,
right.
is the volume good on my end now? As long as I actually talk into the mic?
Yeah, as long as you're talking into the mic.
As long as I talk into the mic, this is going to be tough.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right? I don't know about you, but I move around all the freaking time.
Same.
That's
Oh my
fine.
gosh.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm a little bit of volume troubleshooting today because my lovely husband got me a nice streamer
Yay.
mic.
So
So,
nice.
figuring out all the new features of it within 1 hour of opening it, pretty much. So, yay! Anyways, I hope everyone here is having a very good night. If you're celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you're celebrating Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah. I think there's Kwanzaa going on. It might have already passed. No idea. But happy whatever you're doing. Hey, Brainlock.
Hello.
Now, if you if you aren't celebrating, you might actually fit into the first topic we're going to be covering. Oh, actually, before we go into that, I should say this is our Christmas special, so we're going to be a lot more lax with our format today. We're just going to kind of just talk, do a lot of media references, and we're going to cover topics, but it's not going to be the same like information dump as we usually do.
Hmm.
Um, Tacos?
I mean,
Yes,
it's
there should be
Christmas Eve.
tacos. Christmas
I really want
tacos.
tacos with some guac on top. Like, definitely right now.
That'd be great. Actually,
I need it.
we started a new tradition today. We decided we're going to do Chinese food every Christmas.
I love it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do Mexican food as my thing. I
you
love it so
should. I think I kind of
much.
like that more, actually.
I really love it. Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. So,
I
oh,
cannot convince my husband to eat it, but we're gonna try.
okay. So let's start off with the word of the day. This is going to be really fun. The word of the day is
Oh,
Christophobia.
Christogeneticophobia?
Yes.
Whatever that is. Maybe.
Christoga. Okay, now I did something special for this because I knew we would butcher this. There's like, you can't even
Yeah.
blame
I
us at
mean,
this
there's
point.
look at that. Come on. That's not
Words
even a
are
word.
hard, but this is above and beyond normal words. So I have put it from text to speech, and so we're going to listen to how the robots say it.
Christogeniuticophobia.
Christogenicophobia.
Oh, wow.
Christogeniuticophobia.
I hate it. So that's the thing.
Got it good, good. We all have it memorized now, right? We can all say it.
Totally. I'll
Totally.
use it in every conversation from
Yes.
here on out.
So as always, guys, you should first learn to say it and then try and use it in a sentence tomorrow and the next day, sometime this week. I'm sure you'll impress
Definitely.
all your family members.
Now is the time to do so.
Right. Hey, Edgy, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
And so
Merry Christmas, everybody.
yes, Merry Christmas. And if you aren't celebrating, you probably have Christogenitocophobia, which is
Or maybe you just hate the thought of like spending a ton of money.
or spending time with
Which-
family.
I mean, not my my parents maybe, yes. I feel that.
Well, so yeah. Oh, I'm not saying it again, but we'll just shorten it to Christphobia. Christphobia, and it's the fear of Christmas. There's also a few other phobias that are holiday related, and there's fear of holidays in general, which is herotophobia. I'm going to type these in the chat in case you guys can pronounce them better than me. There you go.
What?
Hey, Army. So yeah, if you have a fear of all holidays, you might have
Why?
hertophobia. And
Wow.
it's funny because me and Summer were talking about this earlier, and I was saying generally for big holidays, I tend to just kind of hermit the choices and the excitement just is too much, and I'm just like, no, I'm not doing anything for New Year's. I'm just gonna stay home and watch anime. That seems fun to me.
It's way more appealing,
Right?
to be quite honest.
Now, most of these phobias actually originate in early childhood. So, like, some kind of messed up thing happens, and so they permanently associate with Christmas. We will be
Wow.
getting into some of those possible causes later because, surprisingly enough, there is a lot of Christmas themed murders. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
mean-
it seems like it's on people's bucket list. It's like the killer bucket list of put on a Santa suit and go kill people.
Yeah, the Santa suit is really disturbing to me, to be quite honest.
Right. And I'm sure all those victims or any of the ones that survive, they probably have this phobia.
Well, I mean, I'll touch on a thing later on, but yeah, probably. Probably.
Now, there's also like individual rituals for Christmas that could trigger these fears. So they have a Santa phobia. Opening gifts is Doronophobia. Snow is Chinophobia.
I hate snow.
Do
I don't have a
you hate
phobia. I
it or are
just
you
hate it.
scared? Yeah.
I hate it. All right.
This is pretty much where the Californians end up, right? They're just like, no snow. I have a phobia. I'm gone. There's also, I don't even know this one, but I guess there's fire in the hearths is pyrophobia, which is just fire
The
fear.
fuck?
So,
I mean, I guess maybe.
not very festive phobia in my opinion, but. And then there's also the fear of parties, which is symbociophobia. So,
Really?
yeah, so there's
I
a
hate
bunch of
parties, so that's
phobias.
me. Wow.
Hate or
I
fear?
had no
It's a
idea.
difference.
I fear. No, I definitely fear them. Like, it gives me anxiety so bad.
Oh, Brian, have a good
Just
night.
like-
Merry Christmas.
No, bye.
We'll eat
Merry
tacos, don't worry.
Christmas. Definitely. I want tacos bad.
And Edgy, you aren't that far off. You really aren't that far off. We do have one that's pretty much an uncle dressed as Santa story.
Oh my God. I'm dying.
Actually, do we want to get into that story real quick since we're pretty much on cue?
I mean, sure. Like,
Let's see.
I think that was. There we go.
I got that one. Let's see. It was, yes, I know one. It's the Covina massacre.
Oh.
That's the one, right? Or was there another one that was almost identical? Because, yeah.
There's a one that's an uncle slash dad.
Jeez. Common thing, people.
Yeah,
You wouldn't think. You're more
right?
likely to have like a killer Santa Claus uncle than to win the lottery at this point.
So it seems.
So it seems. So let me give you a brief introduction of that one. The Covina massacre happened in 2008, and Bruce Jeffrey Pardo crashed his in-laws' Christmas celebrations. He was dressed as Santa, and he entered with a gift-wrapped flamethrower and 4
Oh my!
handguns.
I just want to announce how absolutely fucked that is because you know this dude sat down
He
and he
wrapped
wrapped it
it.
up. He wrapped it up, bro. And he was like, this is gonna be great. And I'm sorry, but that's like the creepiest fucking shit to me ever. Holy fuck.
Like, as parents, me and Summer, like, we've been sitting here wrapping. Well, I haven't. Zi-Fi has. Zi-Fi's been wrapping the gifts on my end, but I've been
My
watching
husband
it.
raps too. I write the labels and I do tape.
It's evil, man. It's the worst thing, you know. And I keep. The saddest thing about gift wrapping is that I try so hard to be good at it, and I'm so
Same.
terrible at it. No matter
Same.
how hard I try, I
Oh
watch
my
the
God.
YouTubes, and they have all these neat tricks. They're like only like 2 pieces of tape, and like turn it
It's
this way.
awful.
Yeah, no. I fail from the get-go when I try and cut a straight piece of paper.
I am left-handed and I should be able to cut straight supposedly, but it never works that way. Like supposedly left-handed people are better at cutting. I can assure you that is not true. It's just not. God, I hate it. I hate cutting.
Oh, geez, so it looks like Edgy actually has her own fear, because her uncle that was actually her story. Her uncle didn't kill anyone, but he was drunk and broke into the window
but
on
he was
Christmas when she was 5.
Oh
jeez.
no. My God.
What? Was there a reason?
Was
Was
he
he
dressed
not
as
invited?
Santa?
Did they cut him off and he was trying to get to the whiskey cabinet and lost his way? Like, that's creepy. That would give anyone the fear of, like,
Right?
Christmas and uncles.
Santa themed anything is gonna make somebody creeped out about Santa.
Yeah.
Christmas, anything like that. Jesus.
Oh, geez.
Some of these are really, really creepy.
The Santa killings.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Okay, so Edgy gave us more details. My parents didn't want him to come over because he's a heavy drinker. So he got bad and drank a shit ton of vodka and broke in to kidnap me. What? Okay,
Oh
well, how
my
did that
God,
play
dude.
out? I assume he's not part of the family anymore. He's no longer
Yeah.
uncle. He's that creepy guy, hopefully in jail.
Right? Let's hope.
Jeez. You know, that's always the craziest thing is, like,
A
you dig
family
in
member?
people's childhoods, and, like, almost everyone has some insane thing that happened to them at some point.
I have like I told my dad and he wholeheartedly approves. I told him I was going to write a book one
Mhm.
day about my life because it just is absolute insanity. From like beginning to end at this point, it's absolute insanity. I love it.
You're going to include the UFOs in there, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. And
That's
also
amazing.
some other spooky things
See,
I
I've tried to
haven't
sit.
mentioned yet.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear. No, I've actually tried to sit down and make like a graphic novel or write my own stuff because I've had a pretty interesting life too. But then like I sit down, I try and write it, and it just seems like so chaotic and like nonsensical when it's down. You're just like, do I include this? Do I exclude this?
Yeah,
This
I
doesn't
feel
even
that.
influence that. Like if it was one single story, like Malala, it's like that makes sense. It's all within theme of
Yes.
this one story. My life is like 100 stories. They don't interact.
Mine are too, but they're all insane. I feel like that's the thread of the of the book.
You know, there's like back in the earlier internet days, like there used to be like writers who would start blogs on here, and they would pretty much do stuff like that with like crazy stories of their lives in theme. like what's his face? Max Tucker. That one was like a bro
Oh
dude who was
my
hooking up with
God.
people.
I had Max Tucker books. I did. I did.
I still have mine.
I don't know where mine I don't know where mine is. I've moved so many fucking times since then, like I have no idea where it has ended up at this point.
I used to bring them around to friends' places when we were drinking, and we would read the stories and laugh
Yes.
about them.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny because that
Yes.
was one of the first examples of outrage culture. Well, not the first. Okay, let's be serious. But pretty much, I go into chapters or the local bookstore, Barnes and Noble, whatever you're familiar with, and they have a sign
Yeah.
saying "controversial." People don't want you to read, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yank,
Right?
okay. So that method definitely sells books. And I am those people buying those books.
Me too. Me too.
Let's see.
Thermins.
Hmm?
Go ahead. No.
I
Go
want to see
ahead.
that update from Edgy. He wanted me to stay at his house for Christmas. He is distant from us. He went to jail for a year and is still working off parole in community services. My mom had to defend him. Oh my goodness.
Jesus, dude.
Rehab, hate windows. Oh my goodness. You at some point you should talk more to Sci-Fi about that one. He has his own interesting window story. He was on a jury once, and the case involved someone
Oh.
breaking in through a window, and that one was just its
No.
own clusterfuck.
Jesus.
Yeah. If you guys want interesting stories, just do the jury duty. All of my friends who've done it have come back with the most insane stories.
I've been hoping to be picked for jury duty for like ever now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm hoping. I've heard people be like, I don't want to do jury duty. I'm just like, excuse me. Give me that I will do it in a heartbeat. Please, God, let it be some kind of weird murder thing. Because I'm insane. It's okay. Guys, I promise.
Oh, Edgy, jury duty is pretty much when they do a court case. They send out a notice, and you have to go and listen to the case and decide whether someone's guilty or innocent.
There are so many juries I wish I'd been a part of.
Oh, half the stuff we cover,
Like-
you probably daydream you were a part of.
Fucking the biggest one I would say is Casey Anthony. Because I just cannot even fathom the fact that she just, like, walked away. Just, whoop, just... It's fine. She did nothing wrong.
Most of
I'm
these
just
court
like-
cases don't make any sense in the end.
Yeah, and I hate that. I feel like that's why I'm so obsessed with this sort of subject, because it's insane to me that that kind of thing can happen.
Yeah. Hey, Raisin, why couldn't you do why are you exempt from jury duty? Too hard to do for you? And I think Edgy just said she loves the same books as us, the Max Tucker.
They're amazing.
By
They
the
really,
way,
really are.
he's married with a kid now.
Oh my
I think
God.
kids, actually. He's outgrown that phase of his life.
Wow. Well, I mean, it happens. We all grow up.
Anyways,
That's nice.
so yeah, so we were talking about the Covina massacre. I don't know
Oh.
about some of the details you found that like stood out to you, but other than the flamethrower
The
gift wrapping.
flamethrower really messed me up, man. It
What's
did.
wrong? Oh, I love it and hate it. But his first shot, man, like you want to hear a monster. The first shot was his 8-year-old niece.
Yeah, no, that messed me up too. Like she opened the door and he was just like, well, pff, and I couldn't even believe that.
Yeah, she luckily survived, though it did kill 9 of the 25 people there. But it's like, dude, that 9-year-old niece isn't trying to divorce you. You know, like, what beef did you have with her? Like, did she talk too much over a movie once? Like, this is ridiculous.
I just, oh God, I hate people that just take their anger out on like everything, you know? Like, I don't even want you killing anybody, but like, definitely don't just kill innocent fucking kids involved. Holy shit, dude. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. We got a whoosh. Sci-fi saying we missed some kind of point. I'm not sure which one, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it
Oh,
happens.
that's the flamethrower.
Oh, it wasn't a whoosh. It was a pew whoosh, I
Oh, oh no.
guess.
That's it.
Whoosh.
It really needs to be a movie at this point, to be quite honest. Because how the hell is a guy gonna just wrap up a fucking flamethrower as a present
Summer,
and then use that
summer,
shit? I'm dying. I'm dying.
summer. Let's make a movie. We got the
Yes.
story. We just gotta get the rights,
It's
right?
yes. It has to happen, dude.
Grindhouse style, 100%. In a world where Christmas is over commercialized, one man says enough.
Yes. I
I
felt
got
it.
the
I
trailer
felt it.
planned.
Oh my God, yes. We have to do it now. It's cemented. It has to happen.
Maybe March when I'm there. But I love
Oh, I'm dying. It's amazing.
it. But yeah, so let's see. So we got the phobias down. We got one of those creepy killer stories down. There,
Woo.
actually, since we're talking about that one, we should probably quickly bring up another one. I think it was, let's see, Aziz, right? Because it's pretty much
Aziz.
a less awesome version of the same story.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm so sorry. Um, so Aziz used to be like in the realtor fucking industry, and his wife got more successful than him. And he lost his job and had been out of job for like, according to some people, a decade, and according to others, like 4 years, which is a really big discrepancy, but I have no idea. I looked through several different places and could not find when the exact thing was. But she took the kids and left, divorced him, or was separating and planning to get divorced, and he wasn't invited to their Christmas party. So he decided to just head over there himself, dressed as Santa, and killed them all. And the one thing I wanted to point out, there was the niece that he killed. She was, I think, 20 something. She had texted to her boyfriend during this whole thing and said, "Oh," she said, "So we're here. We just got here, and my uncle's here too, dressed as Santa. Awesome." And the last text was, "Now he wants to be all fatherly and win Father of the Year because he messed up before."
Father a year,
And he,
everyone.
yeah, and he killed they found the bodies um over top of opened and half opened Christmas gifts, and the police arrived like literally 3 minutes after he had called the police himself, and he'd said, "I'm shooting people."
Oh man.
Yeah, everybody was dead. He killed himself, by the way, guys. Of course, can't face justice after that, I guess.
Sci-fi, this is a different story. This wasn't the one with the flamethrower. This is almost
Right?
identical.
Except he
no
he
flamethrower.
didn't have a flavor, which is amazing.
That would be tasteless, though. I hope that other funeral didn't have candle vigilance.
Right. Ah. How offensive.
And always, we do our very mature advisory, like, please don't do anything dangerous. Please do not dress up as Santa and kill people tomorrow, okay?
Please, okay?
I know it sounds fun to have a flamethrower and gift wrap a flamethrower,
Gosh.
but please do not do it. It's not cool. Not cool.
Oh, gosh. How dare you make me laugh at such a thing.
People died, Summer.
Oh my gosh. It's awful.
It's serial. It's so serial. I'm going to hell.
Oh, I know I am. I said there's no doubt about that. My God.
But yeah.
I fucking died.
So I thought it would be fun to go into some of the superstitions. Let's see.
Yes.
Okay. Because I actually don't know a lot of Christmas stuff. I didn't celebrate it growing up, so I'm I barely know what to do.
What?
As
Oh my gosh, I'm
is.
sorry. I'm shocked.
Yeah, it was brutal. You go to a friend's
Wow.
sleepover, they have the Christmas tree up with presents. You're like, why don't I have that shit, man? I want that. So I get to celebrate
I
it
was
now and I
trying
get
to
to
take a
appreciate
drink and
it.
almost choked. Oh my god.
Granted, I probably didn't curse in my mind as an 8-year-old, but then again, according to South Park, I probably did.
Yeah. I cussed around friends, not family. I got in trouble. I got put on the wall for for cussing one time.
Oh no, like put on the wall? Like,
Yeah, my friends. I had these twin friends. They were twins, and they convinced me to like say fuck or some shit. I can't remember. And I cuss too much now. I don't know the cuss word. But
fucking
I did.
twins.
I did it. Fucking twins. And I did it. And they told the teacher on me. And the teacher was like, "You're going to go on the wall." And so I had to stand by the wall for the whole recess.
That sounds
There you go,
creepy. Is
guys.
that you just face the wall, or is it like a Red Ash thing
Yeah.
where people throw balls at you or something?
No, I mean, I felt that vibe though. Like they probably would have if they'd been allowed. But no, you just stay on the wall, and you don't have to face it. Some people make you face it, but I never faced it. I just sat there,
Oh no,
miserable.
Sci-Fi had a memory reoccurrence. The South Park Woodland Critter Christmas.
No,
One of the most
oh
terrifying South Park
no.
episodes ever. I cannot handle cutesy, evil, murderous things.
Happy
Blood,
Tree
sex,
Friends?
orgy. Yeah, I couldn't. I love Happy Tree Friends, especially the one with PTSD. But it kills me every time that contrast, that juxtaposition. It
Right?
just gets to me. I can't handle
I
it.
love it and hate it.
That was terrible. Maybe we'll put a clip on. Maybe not. I don't know if I can handle it. I won't sleep.
Oh God.
Anyways, okay, so Christmas superstitions. So, holly, it's a symbol of eternal life, and other evergreens to bring into your home this Christmas would be ivy, rosemary, bay leaves, and of course, mistletoe. So, all that stuff signifies eternal life. Let's see. If you take a church or a candle to church this Christmas, don't bring it home. Blow it out and leave it there with the vicar for good luck. Yeah, I never knew of that
Well,
one.
me either, but I will try it because at this point I'm desperate for pretty much any kind of luck. Thank you.
You do it, man. Just you make sure blow it out and leave it there, okay? Otherwise, it probably has a
Yep.
broken mirror effect.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, this one's crazy. Okay. Some farmers used to cut their animals to make them bleed on Boxing Day. They thought that bloodletting would improve their livestock's health and stamina, though it probably did the opposite because if I was
like what the
a
fuck?
pig, yeah, it's like you see a pig get slaughtered in front of you, I would lose all energy. And health? No. That seems dangerous.
Gosh, people were dumb back then though. Like literally just the dumbest shit remedies for anything. It was so bad.
Well, I love
God.
you. Of course, know how they used to treat female mental illness back in the day, right?
Oh yes, the lovely various illnesses that was
Yes.
female. Fucking
She's
yeah, no, I know.
hysterical. Whack one off.
God, I can't. Why? Oh my goodness. It's so dumb.
Now, mistletoe is supposed to keep evil spirits away. That's good to know.
I thought was for kissing,
Oh.
and that's it.
Hopefully, you aren't kissing the devil, right? You know.
Apparently.
Maybe a kiss under a mistletoe is good luck, so evil things can't enter near it. So you know you're kissing someone good and holy. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Saving it for marriage or something. I don't know.
It's some shit. It's some fucking spiritual fucking shit. I don't know.
Oh, here's one we probably break is the Yule log that you toss into your fire.
Oh,
It's considered bad luck to light a fresh fire during the 12 days of Christmas, so you're supposed to keep it aflame the whole time.
like the menorah, but for like Christmas.
And longer, yeah.
Like,
That's what I was thinking. That seems very Hanukkah-ish.
yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
that's a good connection.
Yeah, there's an
I had
overlap.
no
Me and
idea.
Sci-Fi were talking about that this week, the parallels for Judaism and Christians, and well, that's a little off
Huh.
topic, but yeah. Here's another one, I guess.
I never knew that.
Let's see.
I don't have a fireplace, so fuck it. Santa just comes through the door, apparently.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble for New Year's Day if I go somewhere, because apparently it's bad luck if the first visitor at your house has red hair.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
What?
I guess I'm not getting
Wow.
invited anywhere, but the best luck apparently comes if the knock at the door is by a man you don't know with black hair.
What?
So,
Okay, but like, how often does that happen? I mean, come on.
oh, depends on if the
Come
Jehovah
on.
Witnesses are out that day.
Oh no, you're right.
It's a good day, right? It's a good day to hear the good word. Let's see. Try to repay all debts and push the bank balance into the black before the new year. Tradition states that ending a year in debt means a whole new year of debt. So get to it, guys. I'm sure you aren't all broke after Christmas.
Right?
Right?
This is the worst time. You're not paying shit back. Oh my god.
What? Oh, hey, Mark. Mark made it. Can't sleep, I see. Summer's promised you a
Hello.
lullaby.
No, no, I'm not.
Holy night. Our friends Macy's Mark, it is currently, 4 a.m. your time? So we really appreciate you here, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And Alice is here too. Hey, Alice.
Hi.
Actually, I'm going to do a quick shout out for Alice because Alice has her own channel she uses. And she's actually we're doing like a text-based RP game with her where we're like mystery detectives in the supernatural
It's
world.
amazing.
So we just started that at like 3 a.m. last night because I was awake way too late last night.
I loved your thing. I'm sorry. I've been wanting to mention this for a while, but I love it. Your contribution, so I've been waiting for like ever.
Yay. No, I'm so excited.
It's great. It really is. Look, I've been doing things all day because it's Christmas time, but I've been waiting to do this for the longest.
Well, Edgy, if weird shit has been uttered in the chat, please update everyone who's joining because you don't want them to miss out on all the goodies.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
You guys definitely have missed some good stuff. I think the highlight so far is the guy who busts into the in-laws in a Santa suit with a gift wrap flamethrower. That's definitely my favorite so far.
Definitely the highlight. Definitely the highlight.
And
I can't believe we both saw that. Was like, yes.
well, of course
because
we both went, yes, there's a flamethrower.
I messaged you like, holy fuck. And you had picked the same thing. I love it. It's amazing.
And you also
It's a great story, guys.
You also missed the word of the day, which is Christoconicatopocopophobia.
I
Okay,
still
robot.
don't know how to pronounce it.
Help me out, robot.
Christogeneticophobia.
There we go. We're all experts.
Yes. I will still not know how to pronounce it. But I'll pretend. It's fine.
But yeah, where were we? Okay, so we're still going over some of the traditions or superstitions. Let's see. Lending anything on New Year's Day, unlucky, even a candle. So don't give anyone shit on New Year's Day.
Nice. I'll keep that in mind, I guess.
And don't let me into your house as the first visitor, apparently, too, because I'm a redhead. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, so here's some more on the Yule log. So you let it light for 12 full days. You don't put it out or you get bad luck. You also need to keep the ashes to bury along with your plant seeds in the spring. Oh, this seems outdated.
That's a lot of work. That's
Farmer tradition. You could still do that. If you still have a farm, if you have seeds to plant in the spring.
I have farmer friends, so yes.
Yes,
they
keep
would
the ashes.
do it.
Let them know, Summer. It's important.
I will let them know.
Superstition dictates that you'll be assured of a bumper crop.
Wow.
Which I assume is a good crop.
I lived in Indiana. I was raised there. I still don't know shit about about country life or crops. I hated it. I rejected it all. So
Okay, so apparently it is, you need to take down each one of your Christmas decorations before the end of the evening of the 5th of January because it's bad luck to keep your trimmings up after the 12th night.
this was just made by an annoyed neighbor who was tired of seeing some shit up afterwards. You know it was. I mean, come on.
Seriously, it's like a note that got posted on a door like, it's bad luck if you don't take your decorations down. You better do it today. I'm not going to do a repeat of last year where it's up till April.
Yeah, it's like the homeowners association.
Yeah. Personally,
My
I like
God.
the lights, and I got my Christmas tree up very late this year because we had never-ending sickness in our house.
Oh, I
luckily
feel that.
evaded, but yeah, actually, Summer, I
I
forgot
feel
to
it.
tell you. Raina has a new
Yes.
she has a new thing now. Last night she couldn't sleep because she has an ear infection now. So this is the third
Oh,
different kind of sickness in our house this month. This is not an easy
no.
month.
Parents, by the way, guys, let me just tell you, having kids is just,
Germ
it's a never-ending
factories.
cycle. Yeah, it really is. Just never-ending. Always. I'm always sick. I'm sick right now, by the way. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can tell at all, but I'm dying. And so, yeah,
Yeah, I can hear it.
kids are gross. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I tried so hard. I was like, shit. Oh,
Yeah, but I've luckily evaded it. So the flu vaccine this year works,
Yay.
everyone. Thank gosh.
I wish the kids that went to my daughter's school, though, uh, weren't sick all the time and sent things home with my kid.
Yeah. No, it goes down like crazy.
It really does.
Let's see. So oh, you know what? Before we get into the next thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Smart Kitty hasn't been around today. And that's because Smart Kitty decided that they wanted to go on vacation. They kept
I
hearing
don't
me and
blame 'em.
Summer saying that we wanted to go ghost hunting and go visit some cool places. So Smart Kitty decided to do their own little tour and go hunt out some haunted beaches. Because apparently that is a thing. There are a bunch of haunted beaches out there.
I believe it.
You know?
Guarantee it.
So Smart Kitty sent me a lovely postcard. There we go. Enjoying the sun, reading some books.
Look at that.
It looks so nice. I want to go to the beach.
I want to be on the beach.
I think I have snowophobia or whatever it's called.
Same.
You hate the beach.
Okay, I hate the beach. I hate the sand and the ocean. Okay, never mind. I hate the beach. I like nicer weather. But not too hot. A nice cool breeze year round.
That's amazing.
Over jacket all year. That's all I want.
Oh, yeah, too hot's bad too. I agree. So,
It's
spring weather, maybe spring. I'm more of a spring. My name may be a summer, but it's yeah. I hate it.
I think I want to keep Smart Kitty's postcard up here for a bit because,
I love
I
it.
really miss them. And I hope when Smart Kitty gets back from their tour of ghost beaches, haunted beaches, our new emote will be up, which is a Smart Kitty emote. So thank you everyone for all your support because we got affiliate last week and now we have an emote in pending. So
And of course, we did the smart kitty because how could we not? I mean, come on.
yay. Yes, I'm so stoked for it.
Same.
So let's see. Let's do a few more killers. I know there's a few really interesting ones. Okay. Though Dowd's
Lord.
murder. So this is one where a woman was murdered, and then the murderer, which was her roommate, her female roommate, stacked her
Oh,
under the
gosh.
Christmas tree between the presents.
I heard, I look, I did my own, like, looking into this. Yeah, no, that's awful.
It's terrible. Well,
Wow.
did you hear about who found her?
No, because I didn't even want to read it anymore, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it was her twin brother. She didn't show up for
Oh
work, so he went in
no.
to check on her, and he was quoted as
No.
saying he found a foot was sticking out of a pile of Christmas gifts. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Oh my God.
Every time
Oh,
a
I
bell
hate
rings, an angel gets its wings.
it. Oh my gosh, that's terrible, dude.
Yeah, and the
Wow.
roommate tried to cover it up by making it look like a robbery. She like dropped down a random vodka bottle that didn't have her prints on it or anything. It's very weird person.
That tends to happen with these tips.
Yeah, she's in jail now. Now there was another one. What was it? Okay, this one was crazy too. There was the witchcraft murder.
Oh,
So this was a couple who tortured and murdered her 15-year-old brother, who they accused of using witchcraft. They actually ended up drowning him in a bath in an attempted exorcism.
this is like way too common, like for some reason. Actually, I've seen several cases of people like who think they're possessed or it's witchcraft or whatever.
Well,
And
it's like
it's
it's probably
insane to me.
schizophrenia, right? Because most people who have schizophrenia, they kind of fit into different categories of what they see, and anyone who has any sense of a religion, they see demons and they
Yes.
see bad spirits, and so I wouldn't be surprised if that was what happened here. You know, at least it
To be
wasn't
honest.
Slenderman this time. That could you imagine going to jail for murdering because of a meme?
I have talked about that and like seriously is the weirdest like why? Why? Why Slenderman?
Oh, Raisin, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye.
Merry Christmas if you're celebrating.
Merry Christmas.
And
Or
Sci-Fi's
happy
talking about a
holidays.
demon in his toilet.
Yeah, well,
Love you, Sci-Fi.
toilets are very, yeah, okay, I see it. I see toilet demons. I feel it.
Well,
Good.
actually, you didn't check out the game last night. I was playing a game. What was it called? Akamanto, I believe, and it was pretty much a Japanese toilet spirit.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was actually the game last night I was playing, and it's like the legend is pretty much the ghost will show up dressed in red and tall, and while you're on the toilet, because
oh no.
yeah, and ask you if you want blue or red paper. And so they kill you in different ways depending on which paper you choose.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
What if I just don't want to die today?
Yeah. Well,
Is there a paper for that?
well, if you do a different paper, you still get killed, you know? That goes
Oh,
smart.
well, damn.
Well, it's funny because I told Sci-Fi when he was researching this, I'm just like, you know, this sounds like such grade school mentality, like a ghost comes while you're on the toilet alone. And like he's like, actually, that's when it generally happens, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
That's terrible. So it's just like this urban legend spread around grade school kids, like, don't go to the bathroom. Like, oh,
Wow.
man. But
My daughter thinks her fucking bathroom at her school is haunted, so I mean, like,
Bathrooms are creepy, man.
She's just like, no, I heard voices in there, Mama. And I was like, yeah, that's probably someone messing with you. And she's, nope, nope, it's definitely a ghost. So there's that. She got that from me.
Ooh, Alice, I can't wait to see that. She has a good video about a song inspired from an experience of schizophrenia, it seems.
Oh,
I think the message got cut off partially. But
that
yeah, and yes,
happens.
Darko, welcome. And it's been 1 hour.
Hi.
You've been missing some good stuff. You missed the flamethrower. We won't fill you
And
in
Merry
this time.
Christmas.
And Merry
No,
Christmas.
screw you. No, just kidding.
Some Macy's. Some of the smells I've smelt in certain toilets were quite demonic. That is very true. I always love that from Dogma, the shit demon.
The shit demon.
The shit demon. I don't know if you've ever seen
I
Dogma.
can't even.
Oh man.
Yes, I have. I love that fucking movie, but yes. So,
Okay. Oh, so the one other interesting thing about the witchcraft murder is that the judge added that the belief in witchcraft, however genuine, cannot excuse an assault to another person, let alone the killing of another human being. So the judge is convinced this person did believe it, but it's like, even if you believed it, you
What the
can't go
fuck?
killing people. Which is, it does bring up an interesting topic of like, say if there really was witchcraft or some demon coming and you needed to kill the person. I guess the show Supernatural pretty much goes into depth on what happens in those circumstances. You still can't technically kill the person, but you know,
yeah.
if stuff like that ever happens, you know, you're screwed. You're going to jail. It's not self-defense from the underlord.
Oh man.
Alice, where should you post? Let's see. Show Talk. That works. Or Media Talk. Either or. I'd say Show Talk.
Yeah, show talk for sure.
So let's see. We got tons more stuff to talk about. We did the Smart Kitty
Oh, yeah.
card. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with this stuff, but pretty much there's a type of meme, I guess, they go through where you take a trailer and you take the genre and you swap the genre. So you make a horror comedy or a comedy or horror. And so I found a few. And
I've seen that.
I've seen some. I grabbed just a few,
It's
and I have
perfect.
no promise of how good they are, but I grabbed ones with pretty good rating ratios for the most part, so let's hope they're good. So let's just do a little screen share. Let's see.
Yes. I shall mute myself.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll let Summer get adjusted for this too. There we go.
The reason we're here is that this is far more serious than a boy believing or not believing in Santa Claus. You need to sit down with Charlie, explain to him you are not Santa Claus.
There's no reason why we have to tell anybody about the North Pole. I want to keep this secret.
So, what have you been telling?
Hold up, guys. I guess there's some technical difficulties there.
Technical difficulties.
That sucks. I might have to go back to this in a few. Actually, let me try
That's
a different
fine.
screen share. And if that doesn't work, we'll come back to this. So let's
Okay.
do generic
You're
share.
fine.
Okay, enjoy all this nonsense for a second. There we go.
I feel it.
far more serious than a boy believing or not believing in Santa Claus. You need to sit down with Charlie, explain to him you are not Santa Claus.
There's no reason why we have to tell anybody about the North Pole. I want to keep this secret.
So, what have you been telling him?
Nothing.
Dad took me to the North Pole.
The North Pole?
Yeah, Dad's the new Santa.
I never thought you would stoop to changing your physical appearance. Do you have any concept of how dangerous this is?
Charlie, he's not Santa.
He is too, Santa!
Scott? Charlie! Hello?
And who gave you permission to tell Charlie there's no Santa Claus? I think if we're going to destroy our son's illusions, I should be a part of it.
Name? Chris Kringle. Name? Santa Claus.
Yeah, so I like that one. That one's kind of ridiculous. And that kind of brings up a little bit of what we wanted to talk about later. It's just, it's such a thin line. You know, you take a lot of these kids shows and you focus on the hero, right? And it's this fun, awesome, heroic story. But if you take it from another character's point of view, it can be the most terrifying thing ever. And as that ex-wife, I'm sure she was probably freaked out that whole movie. Like, what is going on? No, you're not Santa. Of course you're not Santa. I need a lawyer.
Yeah, I hate it.
Darko's right. The Mrs. Doubtfire remake of the trailer is very good. It's not Christmas themed, so I didn't plop it in here, but it is a great one. I'll turn up my mic. There we go. Test, test.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right.
Same thing with the Karate Kid. They do a video how Daniel is actually the bad guy. Well, that's the whole, like, I love this show, How I Met Your Mother. And that's one of the characters, Barney Stinson, the cool dude character, is he always sides with the bad guy. He thinks the bad guy's the good guy of the story. And it ends up with these terrible endings where the bad guy gets, the good guy gets screwed. And yeah, the big one is the Karate Kid. He always says, like, that's the hero. He's the best Karate Kid. He's the Karate Kid. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but pretty good. No, let's see. I actually have a comic I wanted to share real quick. I don't know if anyone ever read Lenore by Roman Dirge, but in high school, I was a huge, huge fan because a cute little undead girl and doing crazy things. And it's great. I suggest you read it. It's amazing. But they would have like one-page comics sometimes. And they did one of the worst kids, the creepiest kids' toys. And I figure since it's Christmas and kids' toys are definitely festive, and this is the Creepy Podcast, so let's do this. Let's see the list. Hopefully you guys can see it pretty okay on your end. I will read them out loud either way. So let's see. Okay. Lenore's scientific, don't even question it, facts. Let's see. Through research, I've come up with 4 most sadistic children's toys of all time. So there is the riding bouncy ball, the sit and spin, the Teddy Ruxpin, And he's sitting there talking, and it's true. These toys at nighttime would be so creepy. He's just like, "Hi, I'm Teddy Ruxpin, and I'm your friend. Did you hear me? I said I'm your fucking friend. Damn it! Are you listening to me? Hey!"
So fucked up, bro.
And then the slip and slide, and apparently there's a tack on that slip and slide. Yeah, you're one tack away from disaster. So yeah, I always thought that was just the best.
I love it.
You love Teddy Ruxpin, Edgy? No. Well, I loved and hated it.
What? I hated it. I hated it.
You know,
it creeped me out.
Since it's somewhat on theme, because we're talking about the talking toys, I will go into like my really crappy ghost story. It's not very likely I interacted with a ghost, but it's the closest thing I have to an experience.
Yeah.
So, and it goes in tune with kind of like a different type of toy, but similar to Teddy Ruxpin that would talk. So I get in trouble with my dad. And I say something like, I don't even want to live here. I'm like 6-year-old. What don't we say, right? At 6. So I end up being grounded to the basement since I don't want to live in the house anymore. I guess the basement is where you send children. And so I play, I have fun. And eventually I go to chill, go to bed, you know. And I'm playing with a toy kind of like Teddy Ruxpin that makes all these noises, makes all these lights, and I'm having a blast. And then all of a sudden, I hear a steady knock on the cellar door, like, and I just lose my shit, you know? And as a 6-year-old, you're sitting there with this noisy-ass toy. There's what you think a ghost at a door, and you're just like, smothering that toy as much as you can, and those things do not just turn off. They won't shut up once they start. And so I remember developing a love-hate relationship with those toys at that moment. More hate, but yeah, so yeah, that's the closest I have to a ghost story, and it's involving the Ruxpin type dolls.
My cousin had a Teddy Ruxpin doll, and that's the first time I was ever introduced to it, and it freaked me out from the beginning. That was it. I was over it. She showed it to me, and I was like, nope, I don't want any part of that. So, I never had one personally.
Yeah. Oh, and I just want to do a little shout of love for Edgy over here. Having a hard time. She had some teeth pulled yesterday, and she is in pain. And
oh Lord,
honestly, I've been having some issues myself. I've been in pain the past few months, and damn, I don't know how people do it prolonged. It's really tough, and I hope you feel better soon, because that stuff can just drive you nuts. And yeah,
I feel it.
Hard to keep upbeat when you're in pain, right? But yeah. Let's do another creepy video. We got Elf. After this ad.
Elf?
I walked all day and night to find you.
You look like you came from the North Pole.
That's exactly where I came from.
It's a little complicated, but it's nothing
Honey.
that we can't handle.
Honey.
What?
He thinks he's an elf.
I'm sorry, what?
I was adopted, but you didn't know I was born. So I'm here now. I found you, Eddie. And guess what? I love you. I love you. I love you.
You get the hell out of here. This is some kind of game. What do you want, some money?
No. I just wanted to meet you, and I thought you might want to meet me.
You saw that guy out there. He's certifiably insane.
Looks like a Christmas tree.
He's probably just reverting to a state of childlike dependency.
What are we gonna do? We can't leave him alone here.
What he needs is to be nurtured.
They were just having a little fun.
Fun. So felonies are fun. Introduce him to Emily and Michael.
Go away!
Once he comes to terms with reality, he should drop the whole elf thing and move on with his life.
Can't go to sleep unless I get tucked in.
All right, let's get it over with.
I'm Buddy the Elf.
Okay, I think that one would actually make a really good horror film.
It was already weird as fuck, so yeah.
You know, I can't believe he got with Zoe. Just because she didn't have her hot bangs yet, like, doesn't mean she needs to settle for Elf. Like, seriously, anyone who that's just like the weirdest romance. It's just like, it's like you're dating an 8-year-old. It's like, Zoe, what's in your history? Like, you need a little bit of help there, sweetie.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. What else do we got? Well, let's get into a few more of the killers, actually. Oh, let's talk about the bank robbery.
Oh, Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall Radcliffe is apparently part of a bank robbery where they dressed as Santa Claus.
Oh, this is a whole thing.
Is there any way we can sum it up?
Insane.
Or it's just one of those
All
ones
right.
that needs its own show?
So he was no, I feel like we can sum it up pretty much. He was an infamous bank robber. Some people compared him to Billy the Kid, saying he was bigger than Billy the Kid. And he decided to one day rob a bank, but because there had been so many bank robbings in the area, he wanted to dress as Santa Claus to deter any, like, I don't know, attention. So he dressed as Santa and went towards the bank, and there were kids that followed him. That's the worst part of all this, in my opinion, is there were kids that had followed him to the bank building.
Oh no.
Where he dressed as Santa. Yeah.
Well,
they
he
thought
had
was
gifts
Santa.
afterwards. He has the big sack. He has like stacks of
Yeah.
bills. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. There was a chick that had brought her daughter in to I guess see Santa, and realized way too late that Santa was a bank robber. So she sent her daughter out and said, "Run, like, as fast as you can." Then she went out and lured people. So I think he led them on a huge chase too, like a huge long chase.
In his sleigh.
And no, actually, amazingly, he actually went like a Suburban. I think it said, like, I can't remember. It was sedan, and I'm just like, okay, I guess, right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He robbed the bank, dressed as Santa, and said, "Hey, you know, give me that." They gave it to him. It was, by the way, like $2,000, which he left in a car, with the 2 hostages he had taken, which were children. He took children as hostages.
He was just going to give them a tour of the North Pole.
Well, apparently, because he left everything when he transferred to another car, because the first car had run out of gas because his dumbass didn't get gas like an idiot. So he transferred to another car and ended up leaving the money. They took the hostages at that point, but then they got to a point where they left the hostages and the car because the terrain became too rough for them to drive through. I don't know. So they left the money in the first car, left the hostages in the second car, and then ended up being caught by police. So that happened.
Okay, so Darko brings up an interesting comment here. For using the children hostages, he says they're the best hostages, and I don't know if I agree with that, man. Because I've hung around kids, They won't sit still. You can't predict their actions, and they won't shut up. Like, are they really?
As a mom, agreed. Okay? My kids are not going to be your hostage. It's not happening. Holy fuck. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and then you have like that wild card, and then you have like the hysterical mom summoning her like super power that's dug in there to protect her child. Like, you don't want Mama Bear on your back either.
Right? There was, by the way, first of all, they greeted him as Santa when he entered the bank. They were like, "Hi, Santa," and he didn't reply.
Oh, no.
And they kept calling him Santa until he like just straight up robbed them. And by the way, this left such an imprint. This is why I said earlier that we touched on it again. Is this left such an imprint that one of the children of the town was at a church thing and said to the Santa that showed up there, "Santa Claus, why did you rob that bank?"
Oh no!
And yeah, the children of the town, they thought Santa was a bad guy then. It's sad.
And they
It's
developed.
sad.
What was it?
Girl.
Here's my word of the day.
It was that unpronounceable
Christoconictikophobia.
Yeah.
Why
there
can't
you
it
go.
just be Xmas phobia? Why did
Right?
they have to make this?
They have to be extra every time they make a phobia. It's like the most ridiculous name every time.
Then they went super basic with pyrophobia, where it doesn't even mention the wreath.
Oh man.
They probably wanted to make it hard to be scared of Christmas.
Oh, I like this. Did you hear
Oh.
Sci-Fi? They wanted
No,
to
what
make
happened?
it. They want to make it hard to be scared of Christmas. Oh.
Yes. By the way, though, I wanted to mention that this guy, he was locked up and he pled like insanity. He tried to say that he was insane, the main ringleader of all this. But the townspeople drug him out of the jail and lynched him.
What?
Yeah, in fact, one of the pictures shows that they talked about it being like the last lynching in the town and that it was because they didn't buy his bullshit. They lynched him. They drug him out down through town and lynched him because
That's
they
one
didn't think he was
way to solve
being-
overcrowding.
They didn't think he was being punished. Which, I mean, I can't dispute.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Now, Darko added some extra theories on why kids make the best hostages. Once again, please don't try this at home.
Oh.
Just a disclaimer. They will be complacent and scared, and no police wants to accidentally kill a kid while rushing him. Plus, lightweight
true.
to pick up and run with as a body shield.
It's true. It's sad and true. I've seen it too many times. I hate it.
See, I'm just picturing like the worst kid I've met, and I'm just like, dude, scared and complicit. Like, you hope, but they're probably going to be
Right.
staying there like, my mother thinks you shouldn't be doing
My kids aren't
this.
complacent. Scared, maybe. Complacent, I don't know about that.
You have to do something to probably extra scare them to get them into that mode if they aren't naturally there. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or bribe them with candy. Always the solution, right?
always.
Now, speaking of Santas and children, I have a pretty creepy story, and I actually didn't hear the updates on this case, but I was familiar with this case prior because it happened where I'm from, and apparently it was happening, and this killer was living in the same area as me, and I need to double check some stuff because
God, this gives me the
Oof,
creeps.
it's okay. So it's the alleged murderer from the Toronto's gay village, and he was apparently a mall Santa, and he was a mall Santa in
Yes.
an area where I got mall Santa photos in the year I was getting mall Santa photos. So I'm
I
like,
can send you a screenshot right now if you want me to of like the get up. I couldn't save it to my phone. It wouldn't let me.
That'd be great. I'm hoping it's not the same guy, but yeah. So let's see. That one was Bruce, I believe. Yes.
It was 2? Okay, yeah. Hold on, just... It was a very messed up case.
It is, you know, and I remember it happening. We need a words cue on that one.
I feel it.
So I remember it happening since I was living in Scarborough at the time, and the LGBT community, I was still pretty engaged with them at the time, and they were really pissed off because gay men were just disappearing. They were going on these dating apps and they're disappearing, and it was becoming
The thing is
thing.
there was also like a type. There was type that were disappearing. You know, people of a certain age, person of color that was either like homeless or they were they were either homeless. Hold on, just
pretty much the type of people that go missing and doesn't raise any alarm bells, which is pretty much what happened. Gay men kept dropping off, and people are like, "Oh, they probably ran away, or something else happened," and they just were ignoring all these disappearing gay men. And yeah, the LGBT community was pretty pissed off. And you know what? There was a serial killer, so yeah, good job.
And both investigate. They'd opened 2 task force. There was one task force, and earlier in like the 70s, 80s kind of shit, and there was another task force that was open later on, and both of them were really just for this guy. It was his victims, because people have been saying apparently for years that there was a serial killer in the community doing this stuff. And there was another victim brought up that I don't remember the full details on because they haven't confirmed it to be a victim of his, but it matches his MO, I guess. The victim was, you know, homeless, in the area that he scoped out, and was from the type of person he scoped out. It all pretty much fit. There's a lot. They don't even know how many people he actually did do this to, because there's just so many. So who knows, I guess.
Yeah, unless they name names, they probably get away with it, some of them at least.
Yep. Yeah.
That's so scary. And no, Zyph, I actually don't remember the Crossbow Massacre. You know, those years, Toronto was not a great place. I was starting to get really freaked out. I'm sure we started talking around that time, and I'm sure I told you about some of the stuff I was feeling at that time.
Jeez.
It was just so many crazy things going on, so many crazy attacks, and really weird stuff going on in Toronto those years.
That's awful, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a few years after Rob Ford.
Oh, and the only reason they found this guy is because one of the victims had written on their calendar that they were meeting a Bruce. Okay? That day.
Oh, wow.
They went missing. And listen, it gets better. So they were like, oh, okay, so Bruce is all you have to go on, I guess. And they found a car that showed up on the surveillance that was waiting in the area. Turns out that car was like an anniversary edition that was only made that year. So they looked up people with that model from that year with the name Bruce, and they came up with, you know, this dude.
Oh, geez.
So he was found. Yeah, he was found because of a fucking thing on the calendar. That's it.
Yeah, always document where you're going if you do online dating. I know some are married younger, so she never had to deal with the online dating, but I dealt with it a lot in my 20s. And, you know, if someone's giving you a ride, you take that picture of that license plate.
Yeah, it really does. It scares me. I worry for a lot of my friends who are doing online dating. To be quite honest, I wouldn't do it.
It
I
is
wouldn't do it.
scary, and that's the thing is I always did better with online dates rather than meeting in person. You
I
know,
feel that because I'm
yeah.
awkward as fuck.
But I
But
always kind of tried to keep myself as safe as possible. I let people know where I was going. I tried to keep some kind of
yeah,
documentation around my area before I left. And yeah, it's if I go into someone's car, I look at their ID, I take a picture of their license plate, send it to a friend, you know? It's
one
even if
dumb
it's just a
time.
friend, you know.
I was like 16, and a friend and I decided that we were gonna jump in a car, um, and gave the dude the number, my number, jumped into the car, and just drove back to my house. And we didn't think at all at the time about the repercussions of something like that, like what could have happened, and anything. We just did it, and I don't know. I just feel like it's a big problem. Is that a lot of teenagers don't have that instinct to not just do something.
Yeah, or they don't think it's going to be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because it's like we research a lot of this stuff, and so we kind of know even with serial
Yeah.
killers, it's you could be protective and they still could pull one on you.
Exactly.
So it is half chance
Exactly.
and half smarts, and gotta hope.
It's scary shit.
Yeah, and apparently Zi-Fi making a little joke here saying he drove off with Rainbow and never returned her. By the way, if people are new to here, I have another channel where I go by Rainbow Paints.
And she's awesome.
Yeah, let's see. Rain.
Yeah, if the calendar that's showing right now, there's a part that says like pay Fido,
Mhm.
and before that, on top of that, there is a big meet Bruce as well. So that's how they found out. This the picture of the car he was driving, which was so like just unique that it was incredibly easy to find. I think that's the only reason he was even found, to be quite
Jeez.
honest. Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, no, this is pretty scary, and
And they found when they went to his house, he was he was doing like landscaping, but this other guy put it more like gardening, which is what it seems like to me, gardening. And then he was doing Santa work in the Christmas months because gardening can only get you so far through the year. So he was hiding the bodies of his victims in various planters, like big planter
what?
things he had. They were huge. Yeah.
Like his own, or was he going like to the landscaping places and dumping them in
There was
yards?
two different locations. He actually did it at his home, and then another place where a different family had actually taken they bought the place, and they had to be removed from the home for like a month or whatever for this to go on. Yeah. They didn't know that the planters in their front yard or backyard or whatever had bodies in them.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
that's insane.
The fuckery, man. I can't.
It's kind of genius though. It's like I'm amazed it's the front lawn, but I know for like gardening, a lot of people they
Oh,
hire
yeah,
their
some-
gardeners and
some-
they have full access to the backyard at off hours when no one's home.
Exactly. Some people have ingenious plans. It's really insane. But this didn't work for him because of other things, I guess.
Yeah, because someone kept a calendar.
Yeah, that was it.
So all it took was
he
a
had been
calendar.
doing this for a while. He had been luring people that were either homeless or had not come out to their family yet, from gay clubs. He was luring them, and that was his whole shtick, really. He had been gay for many years and been closeted, and he had a wife and everything, kids and everything, and then decided to divorce her and do this whole thing. But yeah, this is what it led to.
Jeez. Okay. Well, let's see. We have one more killer story. Let's see. We have the Lawson family. So this one was a 1929 murder. Charlie Lawson murdered his wife and 7 children. So what made it unusual was prior to the attack, he had purchased them all nice clothing and arranged to have a portrait done before he killed them on the 25th.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks before he had decided to get a portrait done, nice clothes, and everything. And people speculate that because of the time period and because of the lifestyle of other similar people around that time, farmers and stuff, that he wouldn't have been able to afford such a thing, although he had purchased the farm in question 2 years beforehand outright on his own.
He was secret money.
Yeah, they even said in the report that came out like a day after the murders that he was a well-to-do farmer. So, who knows? He may have had money. But after the Christmas portraits, the day Christmas Day happened, and he took his son out to do some hunting, supposedly. And he told his son, hey, we've run out of bullets. Can you go to the town and get some? So his 16-year-old son went down to get some ammunition. And in that time, he went back to the family house, Charlie did, and decided to just take the ammunition he had left that he had saved over for such an occasion and kill his entire family besides Arthur, which is the one he's in town. He was the only one who survived out of this.
Wow.
Yeah. Family members visited, and noticed they weren't home. So they called the cops, and everybody came home. Arthur came home, everybody was there, and then suddenly they heard a gunshot from the woods. And Arthur ran towards the gunshot sound and found Charlie's body with 2 notes on it. He had 2 different notes. They were both unfinished notes. He didn't finish them. Hold on,
Weird.
just a
I
second.
wonder why.
Yeah, they only had like 2 lines each, or 1 line each. The first note said, "Nobody to blame but," and that was it. And the second note said, "Troubles can cause," and then that was it.
Weird.
So they have no idea.
Your moment to finally send your life message to the world, and you can't even finish the sentence.
Exactly. Now, the weird part is people thought, well, maybe this is because a few months earlier he had a head injury, and maybe this had something to do with that. But they eventually researched his brain at Johns Hopkins Hospital and found there was nothing wrong at all with his brain. There was no deformities, there was nothing. But the worst part, I would say, of all this is that the real reason behind this, and there is some things to back this up, is that he was quite possibly raping his daughter. The oldest, she was 17. Her name is Marie. And if you look at the picture, I don't know, it'll cycle through, but she was the one, it caught my eye because she was the one that was quite serious looking and looked like she didn't want to be there. But it came out in around like 1990. There? Yes, between the oldest son, the father, that's her. Yeah. She was 17, and it didn't come out until like 1990 when a book was written. A family friend said that she had heard her and her mother and aunts and sister-in-laws and all kinds of stuff talking about the incestuous relationship between her and Charlie, and that the mother didn't want it going on.
Well,
and the grandmother
that makes sense.
was the one that talked about it. Yeah. He killed them all. That's what they think. They killed them all to keep the secret that she was pregnant because she told a friend, apparently, that she was pregnant by him. This is a couple weeks for Christmas that she told them that. Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Oof, I don't like that one.
It's awful. It really is.
Well, so apparently there's a song that was recorded inspired by this called "The Murder of the Lawson Family." It was recorded by the Stanley Brothers.
And the picture just it really is. The picture just really shows, I feel, the tension.
Was that the picture they took before they died? The one he like bought all the nice outfits for?
I'm sorry, I can't understand.
Oh, sorry, I talk gibberish sometimes.
Okay, there we go. No, it's working now. Go ahead.
Was that the picture they had done just a few weeks before Christmas?
Yes, that was
geez.
That was it. Yeah, and it's awful, to be honest.
Oh man. Okay, so
you can see it.
Yeah. So the other interesting thing about this story is so Charlie's brother ended up opening the house as a tourist attraction. And so he actually had one of the cakes that Marie Lawson baked on Christmas Day and was displaying it on the tour. But because visitors began to pick the raisins out of the cake as souvenirs, they actually had to place it in covered glass.
Mm-hmm. It was actually eventually buried by a family member, supposedly.
The cake?
The cake. They took it home and buried it. From what I heard. From another article. I've read so many on this fucking debacle. Like, it's insane. I guess they took it home. I guess people wouldn't stop trying to fuck with it. I don't know. I don't know.
If I've learned anything, thanks Supernatural, the show, is if you take like cursed objects, even a tiny speck of them, you could end up cursed yourself. So those people picking those raisins, wonder what's going on with them nowadays.
The cake's gonna come back to life.
The cake's gonna go, the monster cake. That'd be great.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool if they did track that. I am curious. I like Darko's comment. This is a little near the beginning of the story about the son who got told to get the bullets.
Yes.
Darko theorizes that's his favorite kid.
Actually, the theory is that because he was taller, as you can see the photo, he was much taller. The theory is that he was scared of his son, that he would try and stop him from
that
doing
would make sense too.
He was scared, yeah, and so he sent him to town and did the deed while he was gone.
Yeah. See, he probably wasn't the favorite. I mean, he didn't end up pregnant or anything.
Right?
Right?
Gosh. There's a lot of horrific details I didn't go into, like the fact that he first accosted the, like, I think there's a 12-year-old and a 7-year-old. Maybelle was 7-year-old, 12-year-old was somebody else. They were going to their uncle's house. He shot them first and took their bodies to the barn. And then he went to the house, shot his wife, who was on the porch. That's when Marie, the one he allegedly got pregnant, screamed, which alerted the younger two boys, the 4-year-old and the 2-year-old, to try and hide. He found them and killed them, and then first he killed her, Marie, and then killed them. And then he went and killed, finally, the youngest, the infant. She was only 4 months old. He allegedly beat her to death.
What? Oh, monster.
Yeah. Right? Like,
It's like, that baby's not going to tell anyone. Like, just let the
right?
baby be.
God damn.
Let them all be,
it's
honestly,
awful.
but still.
It's I don't know. I hate it. I hate it.
Jeez. Let's see. So we have... Oh, do you guys want more YouTube clips, actually? How's that working? It's new to our format, so we aren't sure how well that's going over or not.
We're trying things, guys. We want you guys to be entertained, so we're doing it.
And in games we play, hey, welcome.
Hi. Woo!
And in case, I know a lot of people popped up after we got this card, but just in case you missed it before, Smart Kitty is on vacation. Kept hearing us talk about ghost hunting.
Even though we desperately needed her at times.
Yeah. So, ghost.
We love you, Smart Kitty.
We do love Smart Kitty. Bye. Hi, Smart Kitty. We miss you. But Smart Kitty did send us a postcard from their vacation. They're off checking out the haunted beaches across America.
Next time we need to check out the haunted beaches.
That'd be great. I'm sure there's like a bunch right next to you. Rochester seems to always have a million hauntings going on.
Right?
I don't know if they have a beach. They probably have more hauntings than beaches. You know, we didn't actually go into Krampus today. Summer, did you want to cover Krampus?
I mean, look, I don't know much about Krampus except that he is a mythological figure from back in the day, okay, that numerous European cultures adopted. This character of sorts, which is like the opposite of Santa. And, you know, he punishes the bad kids. I guess he eats them. I've heard he eats them. I don't know. There's a lot going on with Krampus. And I was under the impression that he was a German figure, but it just turns out that he's everywhere in Europe and has been around for many, many years. Parents they threaten their kids with Krampus. We threaten with coal, and they threaten with Krampus, which I feel is a much more effective threatening method, to be quite honest. I mean, you're gonna get coal instead of presents, or you've got this guy's gonna come to eat you. What's more effective? Come on. That's Krampus, by the way. That's the gist of Krampus. He will eat your children. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Is that him coming out of the chimney? Behind you, Summer.
I feel like that's definitely some kind of Krampus, for sure. That's definitely not Santa, guys. You see that coming out of your chimney, you fucked up. That's it. We don't even have a chimney, so if I see that coming in my front door, I guess I'm fucked. So there you go.
There's a fun game that happens in our Discord. One of the people in our Discord likes to post pictures like this and say, you see this coming at you, what do you do? So if you saw this coming down your chimney, what are you going to do? Well, no. Say you have like a whole family upstairs. Where would you run? Just say fuck this shit and head out there?
No, I'd have to collect my family, but I'd be afraid. Oh no. I'd have to collect my family and then try to escape out of a window, maybe, possibly. Definitely not be there.
We got some results already. We got Darko saying he should pull down his pants and hope it wants a good time. It got all the hands to satisfy, man.
I was gonna say, it looks like maybe, possibly, could be. I'm done. I can't.
Terrifying. And then, thank you, Death Mask.
Thank you.
Yay, we got a sub. Woo! And to Awesome Sci-Fi.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do a quick shout out, actually, to Death Mask, because I am almost always on his stream, honestly. I love hanging out there. He has awesome taste in rap music, and he watches videos, hilarious. And he plays a lot of shooter games. And yeah, just hilarious. There's all these little jokes that happen. He just busts out some of the most ridiculous statements while playing, and they just become instant meme gold.
It's good. It's good times.
No, Sci-Fi said if he saw this guy coming down his chimney, he would throw a gallon of milk and a package of cookies at it. One for each hand, right?
Oh God. Just a hard pass on the creepy multi-armed Santa.
Oh, in games we play, that song was what was it? The Major Tom? Or Coming Home. It's the 80s remake. So we have like Major sorry, I think it's called Coming Home. It's one of those titles where it's like you can't quite remember.
No, you're
It
fine.
is Major Tom. Yeah, so it's like an 80s song on it, and it means we got a sub. And apparently we just got a follow too.
Oh, yay! You guys are awesome.
I
Seriously.
just realized our Smart Kitty postcard is covering up all the good stuff happening up in that corner.
Oh.
I'm sorry about that. Welcome to our creepy community, Communist Robbie.
Woo!
Yeah, so...
You'll hate us soon enough. Just kidding.
Huh?
I said you'll hate us soon enough.
Robbie. Robbie's pretty cool. Don't play Jackbox with him. He's brutal. Oh, we got another sub.
Oh, thank you.
Darko, thank you. Darko just gave one out to Death Mask. Oh.
You guys, awesome, dude.
That's so
Seriously.
sweet. And then
Merry Christmas.
I got a kid that can't sleep emote, funny enough. That is perfect for this channel.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I feel it.
That's us half the nights.
You know why I don't sleep? It's because children. It's because life. I don't. I just don't sleep. What is sleep?
But yeah. Oh, jeez. Yay. I'm all like flattered. Sorry.
No, I feel it. I love it. I'm dying.
Back on topic. Sci-Fi actually wanted me to bring up, because he thinks this is pretty creepy when you think of it in this terms, is the Santa conspiracy, because it is pretty much
I really want to know what this was.
Well, it's pretty much the greatest lie in our society. We're all in on it, and we all do it, and we're like, there's nothing else really that we do with this much hubris, you know?
Yeah.
And if you actually tried to explain this to an outsider, it would just seem insane, you know? It's just like we tell all the kids this person existed, and they come into your house at night, and yeah.
Through the chimney. It's fine. It's not at all a fucking breaking and entering situation. No, it's fine.
It's terrifying, yeah. When you take it out of context, it's a scary ass story. And you know, I'm amazed kids don't have the same fear of Santa as they do of clowns.
Yeah.
Right?
You think they would?
Yeah, so it's...
Santa is the only stranger you can trust, apparently.
Yeah. And it's actually one of the few actual true conspiracies we have. The conspiracy of Santa Claus.
Made just to sell presents and cards.
What about Halloween? Well, I guess not everyone celebrates Christmas either, but Halloween, I don't think we lie to kids so much on that. We just say you're putting on a costume and you're getting candy.
That's pretty much it. I'm just like, hey guys, let's dress up and go get some candy. Woo! That's pretty much every Halloween for me.
I'm so hyped. Slizzy Slay, another great streamer, has a Minecraft server, and we have this whole world built up. And I made a hidden maze. And Robbie just found it. I don't know how long he's been looking, but a lot of people had trouble finding it because it's in a hidden spot around Rainbow Land.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So how was the maze, Robbie? Did you enjoy it? It's actually a Darko's man cave, because he started saying he thought it'd be so awesome if there was a Darko Land underneath Rainbow Land, and I was like, I am making this happen. This is just perfect. Oh, you found it on accident. That's amazing. There are a lot of chests in there, and there's a lot of little hidden extras in there as well. Yeah, like Darko has his own bedroom in there, all stylized. I don't know if you found the rainbow room within the maze. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
And there's honestly more that I'm just not even going to
Yeah.
mention, because I know no one's going to find it because someone really good at Minecraft helped me make an extra huge secret in there. But yeah, let's do another one of those recuts, those horror trailer recuts. So it's pretty much you take a movie that's one genre and you swap it to another one. And so we're doing Christmas themed ones. Let's see.
Ralphie, what would you like for Christmas?
I want an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 2-inch rangeable air rifle.
Ralphie, you be careful out there. Don't shoot your eye out.
She hadn't seen. She didn't know. Sometimes at the height of our revelries, when our joy is at its zenith, when all is most right with the world, the most unthinkable disasters descend upon us.
Oh my God.
Thank you for the biddies.
Ralphie!
Thank you for the biddies, sci-fi.
Thank you.
Oh, do you hear the creepy music in the background? Did no one hear it this whole time? We actually do have some that apparently is not playing. Hold on.
Aw.
We did a
We
sound
tried.
test.
We did. We tried, guys.
Let's see. Oh, jeez. Dumb move on my end. Do you hear it now? I had it muted this whole time. That's... wow. There we go.
Okay, your voice is creepy enough.
My voice is creepy enough, says Sci-Fi. Thank you. I love you too.
I feel that. I feel it.
Thank you, Mask. We appreciate it because, you know, we actually went out. We found like the perfect music. Summer just got on the first go. I'm like, find some creepy Christmas. And she's like, done. She sent this and I'm like, perfect.
Thank you. It's crazy doing this kind of stuff.
Now, so we have like a lot of those recuts, and like Christmas Story is one of the ones that I love to watch every year. Like, I don't know if you guys have any favorite Christmas films. Feel free to list them off in the comments. I'd love to hear, because I love theme media. You know, like I get all my Charlie Browns in for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. At least I try to. And yeah. Oh yeah, The Grinch is happening a lot in our house, that's for sure.
Yes.
But my favorite is definitely A Christmas Story. I love that leg lamp and everything. It's perfect. And
it's perfect.
It's actually kind of funny because, you know, Christmas as parents, really freaking hard, you know? So if your parents are doing Christmas for you and they're making it look easy, it's not. Unless they're getting you gift cards, it's not.
It's so awful.
Sci-Fi actually literally sent a message to his parents today as a thank you. He thanked them for all those years of Christmas, and he topped off with, "My Christmas spirit is slowly dying."
Mine is dead. It's done. There's nothing left. It's done. Oh man.
Yeah, and then yeah, so he was getting really burnt out. I was doing all the shopping, the figuring out the gifts, and he was doing all the wrapping. So it's like both are crazy tasks. And he realized he needed something Christmas for himself. And so he turned on A Christmas Story, and it made me so happy he did that because it's my favorite. Aww. And it chirped him right up. You know, we realized we weren't doing any of the Christmas stuff for ourselves. We're just kind of focusing on others. So
yes,
if you get lost in that chaos, if any of you are, remember, turn on one of your favorite pieces of nostalgia from your own Christmas memories.
Yes. All right. Guy?
Well, actually, the other thing I did want to bring up is, so like, maybe I'll play the videos, maybe I won't, you know, let's just tease that, I guess. But I like talking more than the videos, but there's a lot of Christmas movies that just have the creepiest scenes.
Oh, Lord, they do.
Yeah, and A Christmas Story is one of them. You know, when he beats up the bully, that was like one of the most impactful memories. You know, you hear someone has a punchable face. That kid definitely had a punchable face, but you still end up feeling bad for him somehow. And then you also have like the mall scene where you saw it a little bit in that recut. It's just like everything's warped, everything's so intense and quick, and they really get that feeling captured very well, and it turns into this terrifying moment as a kid. So I don't know if you guys have any movies that are just super creepy like that, where they have moments that they just act like it's family friendly and it's just terrifying. I know Sci-Fi was actually talking to me. He said Home Alone, and it wasn't because of like all the actions of what he was like, that he had burglars coming in. It was the fact that he decided these guys are bad and how far he took it. He's like, that kid is a sociopath. And what does it say about us too, is that we watched that movie. I've rewatched that as an adult with my kids, and my kids didn't really take to it because the first half is kind of slow. And then all of a sudden it's all these pranks, and you're like, this is the best part. I'm like, wow, maybe I'm a sociopath. Maybe we all are.
Possibly. Maybe.
The kid is the Shermanator from American Pie, isn't he? Which kid? Not Macaulay Culkin. Christmas Story kid, maybe? Maybe. I never heard that connection. But... Oh, the bully? Oh, I'm curious. He is? Sci-Fi's going to confirm this in a second, guys.
Yes.
That would be, aside from the flamethrower, that would be my second favorite piece of trivia today.
Yes.
And let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, he is. He's confirming, I think. He's just giggling. Now he's not confirming anything.
That's a good sign.
Oh, I'm assuming there's a good story going on. So I'm going to let him research this while we click this link that Robbie just dropped down for us. Apparently it is the rated R Home Alone. And
no,
this already sounds amazing to me, honestly. So thank you, Robbie.
Kevin, you're completely helpless. Kevin, you are such a disease.
I wish they would all just disappear. I made my family disappear.
Kevin, you're completely helpless. You are such a disease.
You little jerk.
Family.
You should ask Santa for a new family.
My family disappear.
What?
Here it is, Mav. Wow, who knew you could get such a nice place on Airbnb? Yeah, she's okay. The owner said to give him a call when we arrived.
Yes.
Hey there, this is Harry with the Airbnb reservation. Hey, we're just pulling up now. Is it still all right if we let ourselves in?
Yes.
Actually, we made pretty good time. Let's see here. You're downstairs. I'm up, right? Downstairs? Screw this. I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna sleep on the couch if I have to. We should have gotten a dang hotel. All right, Airbnb.
No! Who made this?
Place looks just like the pictures. This is where we're staying. This is gonna be the best twin brothers convention ever. Sure is. Looks like Harry and Mav already got the party started too. Say, who the hell is that? All good parties start in the back door, am I right, Mark? Hello? Hey, the key's not under the mat. It's okay. I can fit through here.
Shut up.
Oh, wait. Oh, what? Mark, what the?
What?
Don't get scared now.
This is insane.
Did you like this video?
Yes, I did like that video. Robbie,
Good Lord.
thank you so much. And I think that calls for a Merry Christmas. Very festive, very in theme. Wow. I'm going to have to give that guy a follow. Or a subscribe on YouTube. I can't keep track. They all have to have their own different names for it.
I hate it.
That was insane.
Yeah, so it's not actually Sherman.
It's not Terminator?
No, it's
Okay.
this other dude called Zach Ward.
Zach Ward? From what? From the same movie?
No, he apparently has starred or acted in 126 different appearances. And yeah, I've seen him before.
Zach Ward.
Yeah, he always plays like a secondary character.
Okay, so the bully from A Christmas Story. Here's his IMDb. He was in Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I know a lot of people here would appreciate that. Actually, a lot of people would probably appreciate, no, maybe not Transformers, but Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Yes.
Oh, he was in a American Horror Story too. Always
who is
Sunny. Ooh, okay.
I
And
recognize him.
you recognize him?
Yeah,
Oh, is that one of the?
that's the bully kid.
Yeah, that totally looks like him. In American Horror Story, he does the election season, and he's Roger. So he's probably one of the
Okay.
cult people. Crazy, yeah.
Nice.
Huge list. Lots of little cameos. Oh, he was in Deadwood. If anyone's a fan of Deadwood, probably recognizable that way. Interesting. Love it. The gay guy in I don't think he's the gay guy in American Horror Story, because it's only 2 episodes. Yeah, plus he's a redhead. Yeah, those people who played those characters, they're in reoccurring episodes, like in different seasons. So yeah. Let's see, what did people get to us about creepy scenes and Christmas stuff? Darko, when I was young, we didn't even wrap presents. My dad would just bring them all out from the attic. Genius! I love it.
Right?
And if you want to be extra sadistic, you make sure those kids have a fear of the attic and tell them if they want their gifts, they have to get them themselves. Yes, evil. They also did a behind the scenes of Home Alone R-rated. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that video was insane. I can't believe all the extra graphics they added, and that extra joke at the end of like the twin convention. Just when I'm like, how many times can they kill the same guys? It's like, oh, twin convention. Oh. Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. When I did show that movie to my kids last year, I was sitting there thinking, should I be showing this to my kids? Not because I think that they're going to get messed up from watching it, like, and be freaked out, but I'm sitting there like, dude, don't try this at home, guys. Like, are you smart enough to know not to, like, put a nail on the stairs? Please, please. I don't want to give them any ideas of pranking, right? Because I'm going to be the victim. We all know it. I already step on toys. I want to step on nails too, though sometimes it feels like one and the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Micey's just sent us a pretty fun picture. Let's see. Let me add it real quick so everybody can see. There we go. The 25th of December, you will remember, comes but once a year. So smother your curses, hand over your purses, and don't try to interfere. Oh, there's the bank robber Santa right there. We covered this guy already.
Yep.
I wonder if whoever made this knew that was a thing already.
That was a weird case as well.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we covered most
I'm digging
of
the
the
background.
stuff.
I said I'm digging the background.
Oh, actually, here's another thing we're going to cover is the 12 best Christmas horror movies to watch and stream this year. And I don't know if you guys can guess any of these, but number 1, I haven't watched yet. So, Black Christmas, 1974 flick follows a group of sorority girls as they're stalked by a terrifying stranger during their Christmas break. Yeah, I
need to watch it.
I love Grindhouse films.
Yeah.
So, and then number 2, this one I really want to rewatch, is Gremlins. Don't be fooled by Gremlins' seemingly warm and fuzzy exteriors. These little creatures are not as sweet as they look. Now, it's so funny because I've watched Gremlins again in recent years, and to watch the Gremlins when they have their party is hilarious as an adult. They're doing so many ridiculous things that you just wouldn't get as a kid. Like they're all just sitting there smoking and playing poker and doing all these bad, terrible things. Oh, Mark says that picture he sent me was actually a Christmas card. Well, now I know which Valentine to send you. Okay, then there's Krampus. If European folklore is to be believed, those on the naughty list should look out for Krampus, a half goat, half demon who punishes bad children.
That's pretty much it. I think he eats them or something.
I think they do. I think he does too. He puts them in the bag and then takes them back to cook them. Right?
I believe so. My husband thought it was strictly like a German thing. It's a European thing. It appears to have started in other places other than Germany. But yeah, just basically the counteractive Santa who disciplines the naughty children, I guess.
Robbie asks, have you seen the Northern European Christmas tradition where people wear demon and goblin dresses and roam the streets in hordes to drive away bad spirits? Oh, I love that. I didn't know about that one. I was looking up some of the superstitions and that one didn't come up, sadly. Oh, I love it. Okay, so 4, better watch out. A holiday babysitting gig takes a horrifying chill. I haven't seen a lot of these, actually. I hope this is like actually a good list and not just like an ad placement that's pretending to be an article.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I always try and look things up like individually because of that.
Yeah, get confirmed. 5,
Yes.
Wind Chill. Emily Blunt stars in 2007's Wind Chill, a chilling story about a college-age woman and her classmate who become stranded on the side of a remote highway around the holidays. Okay, some of these sound generic. Let's see. Okay, this one I want to see. 6, Anna and the Apocalypse. Have you seen that trailer?
No, I have not.
So Anna and the Apocalypse is a little more comedy than it is straight horror, but this fun zombie flick has a 78% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, that one's one of those like funny scaries.
I love it.
7, A Christmas Horror Story, so that's Krampus versus Santa. Dead End is a family tries to take a shortcut on their way to Christmas Eve, which turns out to be a mistake. See, there's actually quite a few. There's Silent Night. Santa comes with a... Oh, it looks like he has a flamethrower.
Of course.
Please tell me he has a flamethrower. That would be amazing. We need more flamethrower Santas. The Children. Find out what happens when kids become infected with a sickness that makes them turn against their parents during a Christmas vacation. Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then somehow A Nightmare Before Christmas made it on this list, which I guess.
I hate that. It made it on so many lists that I was looking through. I was like, but why?
But yeah. Let's see. Actually, you know, I'm going to pop that link down in the comments in case anyone is looking to kill time with holiday-themed horror films. We assume you all like horror films if you're here. Which movie did you see, Mark? Or Semices? Anna and the Apocalypse, was it? Yeah, I love when horror and comedy merge. They turn into the best stuff. Yes, the Anna one.
Yes.
But yeah,
Until I get like overplayed, then there's like they stop.
let's see. I think
Like scare or scream, whatever. I can't remember. Go ahead.
no worries. I think we covered most of the content for tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, we did it. We did more casual this time.
Well, it's Christmas Eve, and we've spent probably, I don't know how many days wrapping.
Our entire
So,
lives.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
And you guys all know our kids are going to wake us up as soon as they can tomorrow morning.
Right? My daughter and my son, they're going to be up at the crack of fucking dawn. It's just life at this point. I don't know what sleep is. I can't.
You know, I think I'm starting to develop a fear of Christmas.
Christarchi Nuticophobia.
I feel it. Alright, guys. We're probably gonna go crash.
I think we're going to wrap it up. So let's start our closing ceremonies. We did 2.5 hours today, and we really appreciate you guys being here. Very big thank you to everyone.
You guys are awesome. Seriously.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. I'm sure you guys have heard the spiel before, but we're just two friends who love talking about weird stuff, and it's nice to be able to find other people who want to share it with us.
Yeah, that's it. That's the entire thing. We love it.
Yes, so thank you so much. And Sci-Fi says, Nazis at the Center of the Earth, Christmas movie of the year. Oh my god.
No, that's a whole nother topic. Can't do that.
I do want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas if you're celebrating.
Yay!
And a very big thank you for all the love and support. And we will be back next week. I think I'm going to be gaming on Monday. I haven't picked a game out, but I think I might actually get my VR set up for that. We'll see.
Oh, girl. I'm waiting for it.
I'll put on the schedule if I do. And then next week, we are going to take New Year's Eve off because...
Woo!
Yeah, New Year's, right? But
we need some kind of adult time.
But I think we are going to do New Year's Day instead and do a special show. We're still kind of unplanned on that, but we'll see if we do. We'll put that on the schedule too, so check
I'm
back.
all for it.
And thank you so much.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Merry Christmas. And I am going to figure out who to raid real quick. So, Summer, why don't you talk for a few minutes while I
Hey, guys. Yeah, I don't talk much by myself. There's a reason for that. I tend to ramble or not really say anything of importance. So, here we are. How are you guys? Are you guys doing good? It's Christmas Eve. Do you have to wrap gifts? Sing my lullaby.
You do owe that.
Oh my god!
Do you want me to sing with you and make it feel better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get oh my god, shoot me. Let me get this.
Get the flamethrower, quick. No.
Right?
Should we do a Christmas one, Mark? Do you guys have a pick?
You hush your mouth.
I'll sing with you. The Summer's
What
much
song?
better than me, so I'm gonna raise the bar just to disappoint everyone. Sorry, I'm being mean.
Oh my god! Alright, what song are we doing? I gotta find lyrics, bro.
And I think
Are we
Silent Night, sing it to the background.
Yeah, so, well, we can't hear the background.
I was gonna say, I can't sing it to the background. I'm sorry. Hold on. I can't even think. I don't know. The last time I sang Silent Night, I was like 4th grade, so. Let me hold on, guys.
And I think when we do raid, we're going to actually raid Method if he's on for a little bit more, since he dropped in last night and he gave 2 subs out. Or he subbed and then he gave one to Darko, which is just the sweetest, so I feel it's only nice to return that favor. And if you guys, I don't know if any of you do play Friday the 13th, but he is one of the most amazing Friday the 13th players. It's just watch him for a bit. It's incredible. I haven't seen anyone game so efficiently. It's like he's a robot, like, and does the perfect move every single time. He just knows. Oh, sci-fi requests. Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
We're doing Silent Night. I've decided that's what we're doing. I'm not doing Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Okay, you want to do Silent Night? Do you need me as backup?
I need you with me, yes, because I hate this intensely right now.
Since Mark is one of our bestest friends and incredible support for years and years now. Yeah.
Oh God.
What?
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to die.
I'm going to do the countdown, Summer. Okay.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
No.
Hold on. Background music should go off. There we go.
Oh no. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm still dying. It's okay. All right.
Rug in the gut,
Oh,
Sammy. Definitely. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Silent night. Holy night. All is calm. All is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild. I can't, guys. Fucking done. I am so nervous. Just 2 more lines, Summer. Come on. You can do it. It's not like anyone's secretly clipping this right now.
Oh, I don't believe you at all.
I'm not,
right
but
now.
I'm sure someone will know that I've mentioned it.
Oh, God.
I love you, Summer. Don't hate me. Show over forever, right?
On the internet.
Oh,
but
man.
Mark, you better sleep after that. I know it wasn't the full song, but... Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Mark.
no. I hate it.
Christmas sounds. Merry Christmas, Mark.
All right. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye. Merry Christmas to everybody.
We hope it's wonderful. And if you don't have anyone to celebrate with, you know, I just got kids around, so you can message me and I'll distract you for a bit.
Bye, guys.